Friends, you are welcome back to this class. Today we are going to look at Nigeria vegetation. Nigeria is a country that is made up of so many ethnic groups, and there are different vegetations in this country. These vegetations are not evenly distributed. There are some that are found in the northern part of Nigeria, which is the savanna. There are some that are found in the southern part of Nigeria, which is the forest. Now, let's start with the definition of vegetation. Vegetation is the plant cover of the earth. There are types of vegetation. There are two major types. We have the forest and the savanna vegetation. The forest vegetation is classified into three. The first one is the mangrove, or you simply say the saltwater swamp. The second one is the freshwater swamp. And lastly, we have the rain or high forest. Talking about the savanna, there are also subdivisions. The first one in savanna region, we have the Guinea savanna. Number two, we have the Sudan savanna. And three, we have the Sahel savanna. Having known this, I want us to quickly look at the first one, which is the mangrove, or you say the salt water swamp. The mangrove is a kind of swamp forest that is found around the coastal areas in Nigeria. What it means is this: the mangrove swamp forest is found in the riverine areas. Then, characteristics. Number one, we have coconuts. Palm trees are commonly found in this belt. The two, it is about 30 to 50 kilometers wide. The trees around riverbed grow to 10 to 15 meters high, but those away from the rivers are short, not exceeding 2.5 meters. Number four, the fresh water is polluted and becomes saline. What do I mean by this? Salinity simply means salty. The fresh water becomes polluted because there is a flow of water from the sea or from the ocean into the fresh water. Then number five. Another characteristic, which is the last one I'm going to give, is that the soil is swampy and waterlogged. And don't forget that I once told you that when we have waterlogged, it therefore means that we have a clay soil there, because the particles are bound together. There is no space in between them, and as a result of that, they are able to collect water. But if it were to be a sandy soil, the water would drain into the soil. Then we are going to look at the next one, which is a freshwater swamp. The freshwater swamp, this is a forest that is found around the water areas. These forests occur in waterlogged areas or waterlogged soils with large amount of water. And this water can be seasonal or permanent. Therefore, let us look at the freshwater characteristics. There is usually heavy rainfall. The area is swampy, so construction work becomes difficult. Areas where we have water, how can we construct roads, becomes very difficult. That is exactly what I'm talking about there. Number 3, evaporation rate is reduced to a minimum. Number 4, there are few populations when compared to high forest areas. The location of freshwater swamp. The freshwater swamp is located in the southern part of Nigeria. And where is it found? It is found around Ondo State. It is found in Oyo State, and so on and so forth. We have the rainforest. The rainforest is a vegetational bed with high amount of rainfall throughout the year. Probably that is why it is called a rainforest region. So let us look at the location. Areas in the states or places in the country where we have a rainforest. We have Ibadan, Akure, Benin, Sapele in Delta State, and so on and so forth. We want to look at the second type, which is the savanna zones. The savanna zone is made up of the Guinea savanna. And apart from the Guinea savanna, we say we have the Sudan savanna and we have the Sahel savanna. Before we look at the Guinea savanna, I want to let you to know that savanna regions are grassland. They are not forest areas. They are grassland, areas that are occupied by mainly grasses. So let us look at the first one, Guinea savanna. Guinea savanna is found around Enugu, Lokoja, Zaria, and so on and so forth. Now in this zone, the rainfall is about 1,000 millimeters to 1,500 millimeters. That is one of the characteristics. Take note of that. Then the second characteristic is that wet season lasts for between 6 to 8 months. Number 3, there is the Parkland Savannah Gallery forest in this zone. The next one we are going to look at here is the Sudan Savannah. The Sudan Savannah is a savanna that is found in Sokoto, Borno, Kaduna, and Kano. Now, let us look at the characteristics. The annual rainfall, I'm talking about number 1 now, characteristic of Sudan Savannah. The annual rainfall is found, or rather, just say the annual rainfall is between 650 meter or millimeters to 1000 millimeters. Number 2, relative humidity of this zone is about 40%. 40%. Then number 3, dry season ranges between 6 to 8 months of the year. I want to use this opportunity to say that this savanna bed is mainly found in the northern part of the country. With my explanation using the different pictures related to what I've just discussed, I believe that you will be able to answer any questions in both test or examination regarding to Nigeria vegetation. Thank you.